Yeah, it's gonna be blue skies for you and I. While my heart beats slow as the storm carries on up high, and the clouds roll by.
So this latest chapter of Fairy Tail, it's like I don't like it, but then there's some things I do like about the chapter. And honestly, I know I said I wasn't going to be reviewing that much, but I think I'm going to review these latest chapters, or the last chapters of Fairy Tail. So, I'm going to go into the things that I liked about the chapter. I liked that we kind of got, at the beginning of the chapter, Lucy was talking to Happy about how they met at Hargion, and I thought that that was kind of nostalgic. I'm going to be completely honest. I really did enjoy that, and I thought it was ironic as well because the series is going to end at Hargion, basically. I mean, I'm sure the last chapter will get like a wrap up and like maybe like a little time skip showing where, you know, everybody is and how they're doing. But for the most part, how the story really ends, it's going to end in Hargion. So I thought that was really ironic and kind of cool. Now, another thing I liked was when Natsu was fighting against Acnologia, how the other Dragon Slayers gave their magic power up to Natsu, because Natsu clearly is the strongest out of those fighting Acnologia. He might be worn out, but they're all worn out, and Natsu is, like I said, clearly the strongest, so why not give him magic power to help him? And honestly, that reminded me of a similar thing that kind of happened in a Dragon Ball movie when Goku was fighting Broly, and the Z Fighters gave up some of their energy to help Goku. And another thing I did enjoy was we kind of got a little bit insight on Acnologia's backstory. I really did enjoy that because now it gave me like a feeling that, okay, Acnologia is not just doing this to kill just everything, because before that we just knew that Acnologia just wanted to kill all the dragons, all the Dragon Slayers, and then after that humanity, he just wanted to destroy everything. But now we get a feeling why he did it. It's because his family was killed by dragons, the people close to him were killed by dragons, and that caused him to go on this total killing spree of dragons, Dragon Slayers, and that's how he became the Dragon King. So I thought that was pretty cool, and I know it was only like a page and we haven't got to see everything, and maybe we'll see more of the next chapter, but I still thought that was pretty cool. Now, the things I didn't like, I really didn't like the fact that when they were fighting Acnologia, like in his dragon form, all of Fairy Tail and the other guilds were fighting him, all the ships were already destroyed, and Gray comes up with a point like, oh hey, we should build a ship. Like, what is that gonna do? He just destroyed all the ships, and now you're like, oh, we should make one out of magic, which making it out of magic is not what's stupid. What's stupid is, what does he think that's gonna do? Acnologia could just easily destroy the ship. He didn't, or at least he hasn't this chapter. He could next chapter. I don't think he is. I think the fight on the outside world at Hargion, I think the fight's basically over now. Another thing I didn't like about it was how Urza, she used her magic on Acnologia, and it literally, like, I don't really think it hurt Acnologia, but it pushed him into the ship, and they're going to use Fairy Sphere. Now, Fairy Sphere, I don't really have a problem with them using Fairy Sphere to kind of, like, seal Acnologia, but my problem is how it, like, just got brought up out of the blue, like, oh, we're using Fairy Sphere, and we're going to make a ship, oh, out of the blue, like, I mean, this stuff, it's reasonable, but it's just, like, it just happened out of the blue. Like, that's one of my problems with it. Another big problem I had with the chapter is Urza. Urza shouldn't be doing anything. Out of everybody, Urza has no room to do anything. She's done too much stuff already. Like, I can't tell you, Urza, this is like her worst arc. Because, like, she's done so much, but it's so much like bullcrap. And it's just because she's Urza. Like, literally. It's just because she's Urza. And that's what I don't like. I think Urza, after, like, even before Irene, I think Urza should have just out. She's out of the arc. Out. Like, no. Urza, stay away. We don't want you. Like, that's my main problem with this whole chapter, is really that Urza did something. Like, I know it's just, for me, it's just like, she shouldn't do anything, and I'm sure other people are like that too. It's like, Urza, just stay away. That's all I'm gonna say about Urza. Now, other things, like I said, how things just happened out of the blue. That's my problem with the chapter. It's just like, okay, we're gonna build a ship, and then from like maybe a chapter ago, we're gonna use Fairy Sphere, which that was probably like 2 or 3 chapters ago. But still, it's just like, okay, it's reasonable that how they just came up with to use Fairy Sphere out of the blue. That's reasonable, but at the same time, it's just like, nah, just nah. I don't like that. But tell me what you guys think of the chapter. Honestly, I said I didn't really care for it, but it was an okay chapter. It really was. I mean, for the ending, we all know Fairy Tail's not going to end that good. But like I said in my last discussion of Fairy Tail, I said that I'm going to be okay with it no matter what, just because I've come this far reading this series. It's not going to affect how I feel about it, really. It's just going to be like, oh, well, hey, whatever. It should be expected out of everybody. But that's all I have for this review. Hope you enjoyed it. Please don't hate me too much if you're a diehard Fairy Tail fan. I do enjoy the series. But make sure to give me a like, comment down below, tell me what you thought of the chapter, and subscribe for more. Anyways, guys, have a nice day. I'm out.